The Bunker Project, podcast episode number 48.
Brought to you by the discount, what was it? Caribbean Cruise.
All right, We're back again, live to hard drive at the Den on Robson Street in downtown Vancouver, and we're going to be very focused on this episode.
Hey, let's use the show notes this show just for a change.
Last week we didn't
Let's
even
not
use
digress.
our show notes. We were all over the map.
I tried.
This week we're going to be completely on target.
Hey, we're going to be all over social media today. Okay, Ian. Okay, try that one again.
What an idea to use the show notes.
Oh, I know. For the 6 hours I spent every week listening to This Week in Twit, blah, 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 blah. Actually, I found a very, you guys got to check this out. Unbelievable.
There we go.
Yeah.
What an idea to use the microphone.
Yeah, I know. What an idea to
an
turn
on
the
switch.
microphone on. The thing is, you can tell a pro mic because it doesn't have an on-off switch. Because a pro knows you would never trust a guest with technology. It's like here's a mic, you speak into it, don't touch anything. What's this button do? On, off, on, off. What? Move on. I forgot.
We're going to talk about
That's
social
really
media
focused.
And
Oh, it was
Facebook.
such a good point, too. Oh, yeah, the podcast I've been listening to, Things You Should Know. These guys are hilarious. Check it out. And I listened to How to Make a Shrunken Head Today. Full on, I can do it. Amazing. Of course, they had a little disclaimer saying, if you do this, we will not be friends with you anymore because it's illegal and it's not nice to kill people.
Well, in Ireland, it's not illegal.
What, to shrink heads?
Yeah, there's one in a cathedral in what's the city? I saw
A
it.
shrunken
It's
head?
a saint, and his head is shrunken and displayed there in the church.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
There's only one tribe in the world
No, I
that does
can't
shrunken
remember.
heads in South America. It's the only place.
It's a little black shriveled up thing.
It's about the size of your fist, a good shrunken head.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Yep, there you
Looks
go.
like
Hey,
a raisin.
Yeah, well, you can tell
prune.
a fake one. Apparently, there's a lot of fake
A
ones.
prune with eyes. Anyways,
so listen to
I
that.
saw that on Storage Wars.
Yeah.
Guy had a bunch of shrunken heads. It was sweet.
Oh, wow. I really want a
there's
shrunken
one
head.
on Pawn
In
Stars,
fact,
too.
I mentioned that to my wife. Says, Bob, if you get a shrunken head, you're out of this house. So it just goes to show I go after weird stuff.
That's
I mean, she
Bob's
takes stuff
form
like
of
that
birth
weirdly. Yeah, you know
control.
what? Bob will probably go for it. I mean, eBay. I'm going to try that tonight. Shrunken heads.
all right. Anyways,
All right, we tried to get to this. That's not in my show
speaking of
notes,
heads,
dude.
part of the head is the face,
All right, Facebook.
and Facebook has
Hey.
face recognition software activated now.
Oh yeah.
And the default is enabled. You have to disable it manually if you want it off. So
Yeah, but what's the big deal? I mean, they kind of got Facebook
business as
face
usual.
recognition through your friends. Oh, that's Bonnie doing this. So what's the big deal?
Well, now you don't even have to tag.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, only for your friends can do it, or is it for everybody that can do it?
Twisted Magic, shaking his head.
Oh, well, I mean, facial recognition software is there.
It's always been there.
It,
Always will be. Back in the caveman days.
but the possibilities of it actually figuring out your face is going to take a little bit.
Yeah, especially the shots you take. They're all blurry.
Yeah, if they're
you know,
blurry or
The
whatever.
back of his
yeah.
head.
Especially if you're making a face.
But you still have to be tagged.
Yeah, true. I'm into tag. Well,
I don't think so.
you know what I like tagging?
You don't think
I
so?
like tagging stuff in the picture.
Yeah, me
like
too.
ashtray, bad picture.
So you think
It's like,
that
what's
the
this?
facial recognition they have at the airport for looking for like known terrorists, someone's actually tagging them? And it was sitting there tagging them? No. The software is tagging them.
You're probably sure, but I mean, I don't think the algorithm is going to be that sophisticated to recognize every single 500 million persons. right
Yeah,
off the
you know,
bat.
airports should be using it for check-in. You come in and the person says, "Oh, look at these three people are all into Facebook. Let's sit them together so they have something to talk about on
know,
the
I
show."
think-
That's actually not a bad idea. Check
oh,
into
here's a
Facebook when
fat person and two skinny people.
I think if
Good
you've been
combination.
tagged 5 or 6 times from
It'll-
different
it'll know.
angles,
It'll
the
know.
software will know.
I mean, my Kinect is supposed to have facial recognition software as well, but I find that it says
Only
to-
recognizes you when you never.
well, no, but it says to take and do the facial recognition software.
You were naked at the time
morning,
walking away when it
noon,
recognized
and
you the first time.
Well, that's another topic, but it's supposed to do it morning, noon, and night, right? Here's to get more information to make a better choice of it, and it doesn't really recognize me
In the morning?
during the afternoons or in the morning. But at night, it seems to have a better understanding.
Well, you know
because
why?
tag in
Because
more at night.
well, your face looks different when it's sideways. Because he's crashed
No,
on
you
the
gotta
couch in the morning and the afternoon, and then at night his face is vertical, and so, oh, look at the eyes are, he's not a flat fish
I'll
anymore.
get you
was
to,
that?
Yeah, that was a nice little.
Oh, double ding ding ding. Oh, that's heavy paper, man.
Yeah, it is.
Man,
So-
those notes.
So face recognition for Facebook is whatever.
Yeah, but
I'm more interested in the fact that ICBC, which is our local car insurance company, has heavy-duty facial recognition software, which they have volunteered to the Vancouver Police Department to catch the rioters, which I know was last time. But
I think that's awesome.
You do?
Yeah, I think
Were you
it's
not
great.
shocked that ICBC would have facial recognition software?
well, no, they do have facial recognition.
Well, they are the government.
Yeah. Well, actually, the
Crown
thing
kind
is,
of.
well, the crown. The thing is, though, here's the legalese behind it. That they have a license piece of software. They don't actually own that software. It's a licensed piece of software, and in their terms of usage, it's for ICBC, not for the police. So they had to go to the original software people and ask their permission. Oh, is it okay for us to do this? And the guy said, yeah, okay. So it's just a standard thing with like a government buys specific software to do X. Oh, we're just doing this for the good of the society. And then 3 years later, they flog it off to the police, which has nothing to do with the original agreement. So
was
that's the problem.
was it ICBC or the
Yeah,
or,
it's ICBC.
or
It's
the
ICBC.
So how would they get the pictures?
From your driver's license.
Yeah, but that's
From
that's
Facebook.
the motor vehicle branch.
ICBC is the motor
Is
vehicle
the motor,
branch.
yes.
All right, they are.
Your
now, aren't they?
your license.
I'm-
Government is
And
government.
for all you people that don't live in BC, yeah, who cares?
But I'm sure they do that for passports already, anyways.
Yeah, well, in Germany, I hear it's a big problem.
I have absolutely no.
She only get facial recognition if you wear white headphones, and then that's it. It's like, hey, there's a bunch of Mickey Mouse's lookalikes.
But I have no problem with ICBC doing that. I think
Yeah,
it's good.
until you get busted.
If
Oh,
you
then
don't
you-
do anything, then what are you going to get busted?
Well, that's the classic argument, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it doesn't
Big
matter until
Brother.
you get caught,
What do I
does
look
it?
like, Governor Wiener?
No, it's Governor Jerry Brown.
No, Governor Wiener, the guy that put his Twitter picture of his wiener on Twitter.
Really, our governor did
And then
that?
said he
Our
didn't.
governor? We don't have governors.
And then he said he didn't recognize
We have
it.
governor generals.
Hey, we're in California,
We have
aren't we?
senators.
Hang
After
on.
that, he said,
I'll be-
"Well, it could."
We're
be."
not in California. Oh, I'm talking to my realtor right now, man. I got ripped off.
We should get annexed.
He said
by
this is
California.
Burnaby was a suburb of California,
How high
which
was
is a
he?
city, I hear, in southern the states. Anyways, quite close to Europe.
Did you know George Vancouver discovered Maui?
George?
Yeah, the guy that discovered Vancouver.
It was like the original use of the word
Him and-
dude.
him and John
I
Burnaby.
think, hey, check out this island, dude.
Hey,
George Vancouver, you're radical, man. Let's go surfing.
Dude, King Kamehameha, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Actually, that's why they were very cool guys. Beads and cool language. Can't go wrong.
How could you argue with a guy that founds Vancouver and is the first Westerners to hit Hawaii? That's awesome.
Yeah, I think he was the first. Oh no, I'm not going to go there with BC Bud and stuff like that. It's just too easy.
all
They
right.
got Maui Wowie out there.
Well, that was the George Vancouver. The guy was the original guy that brought it over on the boats.
No, the
He was a
macadamia
drug
guy
dealer.
brought all that stuff.
Yeah, well, they're all nuts.
All right.
But
So we talked about face recognition. Let's move on to sound
facial recognition, they're all nuts. Yeah, very well.
Sound
rounded off.
recognition. Shazam.
Shazam!
Shazam, great
Hey,
sound.
Shazam!
Raised
Now,
like
wasn't that a
$30
cartoon
million.
character? Yeah, like that was a Shazam moment. The Shazam. Wasn't there a cartoon character that had
Yeah.
a big Shazam?
Yeah, and there was a real live action TV
So
show.
if I
too.
sold 300,000 songs in a day, that is a Shazam. Shazam.
So Shazam is the song tagging app in Android and iPhone and Windows phones and everywhere else. And so you can tag a song, and then it brings up the album art and the opportunity to buy it. And I couldn't believe it when I read this. They sell 300,000 songs per day.
Shazam.
Shazam sells 300,000 songs per day, and they just raised $30 million
Yeah.
to get into TV.
Double Shazam. Hey, how can
So
they get
gonna
into
do
TV?
Shazam comics?
So what they're going to do?
That's it. That's going to have to go to copyright infringement.
So what they're going to do is they're going to bring a level of interactivity to advertising and to TV. So you can Shazam a
Sell it.
commercial and get a coupon.
Nice.
Or you can Shazam a television show, a participating television show,
and get a beer.
An Easter egg or some kind of a cool
Beer.
Maybe we should do that. If you Shazam the Bunker Project, you get a coupon for a black beer,
Absolutely.
or you get charged $5 and it pays for
Well,
our beer.
you have to pay for the paperwork and delivery and stuff. Costs $5, but it is a free beer.
But I have seen shows using this already with Shazam, where you get like extra special content if you.
Like hidden
looking at-
reels and stuff like
Well,
that.
not hidden reel, but just something extra special for fans and things like that.
Yeah, they wanna-
Or America's Got Talent, but that could be wrong.
They want to take
Hang
this
on,
to
isn't
the
that an
next level,
oxymoron?
No,
and that's why there is the money.
but yeah, it's a cool idea. Like even the Gap has Shazam for their
Well, of
or
course
Old
they
Navy.
do.
That's what it is. Old Navy, all their songs.
That's
you can
stretching
just
it. I don't
Shazam
think
it.
Old Gap Shazam doesn't just
No,
doesn't click.
Old Navy. Just
Old Navy.
look
or
at the
whatever.
left of the commercials when you're watching the United
Well,
States
basically,
broadcast.
I think
you'll see
Gap
it.
has more
This
Shazam.
whole thing is like-
you know,
it's
like
like
nice
a-
set of jeans.
It's like an audio QR code, is what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, sweet. Audio, really?
Yeah.
So how do you take a picture of it?
You use the Shazam
It's
app
a
and
sound
use
wave.
it. You just
You just hit tag.
Got you going.
Yeah, tag, man.
you're such a troll.
I Shazammed ya.
You trolled us.
Hey, you know, that brings us to a new section in our show
Which is
called newbie slang on the internet. And we want to know, what is the definition of troll? Besides the small, furry, muscular creature that lives under a bridge.
My definition
What does that have
is
to do with,
people who hang around and write negative comments just for the sake of being negative?
Aren't those just negative people?
Yeah, they're trolls.
Trolls, yes?
But
Bonnie?
can't trolls be positive?
They just hang out under the bridge.
No, there's a bunch of different trolls. There's obvious troll, ironic troll,
Shazam troll.
goofy troll.
Really? For real?
Yeah.
No, there's
a
gamer
whole-
trolls.
Sarcastic trolls.
There's lots of but
YouTube trolls.
Bonnie, seems to-
Bonnie.
I think a troll is somebody who's negative and rude and persistent. So persistent would be the big deal. Otherwise, it's just like somebody who's in a bad mood.
You mean like politicians? Negative, persistent, rude?
Yeah, in a positive company. Yes, young lady.
No, I went to see Jethro
Troll.
Troll.
Yeah, Jethro Troll. Nice.
Last Sunday.
Yeah, I know. And man, he is a bad singer.
Was that like a random digression?
That was her.
Jethro Tull?
She was being punny, I think.
Ah,
Jethro
that's
Troll.
probably-
I mean, he is awesome.
So the official Wikipedia definition of troll is someone who posts inflammatory, extraneous, off-topic messages in an online community, or otherwise disputing terminal on-topic discussion. So I guess a digression could possibly be trolling.
Yeah. All right. Excellent.
Holy,
Bobby,
this
the
is the
king of
troll show.
trolling. Yeah.
The troll show.
Wow, I got to shave more often. That's all I got to say. So, trolls, there you go. For all the people who've been listening to troll, there you go. So, are you a troll or aren't you a troll? Can you become a troll and get out of the habit of trolling? If you troll too much, are you considered a fisherman? You know, things like that.
That sounds like a real definition, actually.
What, a troller?
Fishing for
Yeah, he
you're being a
trolls for
troll, you're
fish.
fishing for people to get angry.
Oh, it's a trawler. That's it. Not troller, trawler.
Yeah, you're just
Sorry.
picking that. You're
Very close,
you're
isn't
trying
it?
to find flaws in what other people are doing instead of,
Hey, what do you know?
hey, I'm a
Right
troll.
there, Bob's troll.
You call that Mike technique?
I,
What those levels suck?
I use an alias, but on all your blogs, I'm trolling.
Yeah, I just spam them all the time.
What is your alias? Bushy eyebrows 44.
Spam 44.
How did you know?
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Should see what I do on Satomi's website.
I don't want to hear about it.
She deletes
Send me some
you every
screenshots
time.
later.
Doesn't matter. I can't see it. She deletes
I
it.
found some Zoomers over there.
That is
That's
nasty.
that's what I call my eyebrows.
Zoomers.
Yeah. Anyways, let's.
No, hang on for a
I
second.
almost dropped a bad word.
Hey, so yeah, the F word. The gruff.
did drop one
So the
actually,
second
during the
slang
riots.
word we're going to try tonight is gruff. Who's anybody heard gruff? Gruff. He's gruffing.
Gruff?
He gruffed me.
Are
Or
you,
gruffed
really
me.
go
you
gruff?
really don't know what the word gruff is?
No, I'm an uninformed Bob. Gruff. Tell me what gruff means. He was gruffy. He gruffed
You're
me.
kind of gruffy today.
Gruffer.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm gruffy. You're
We're all
gruffy.
gruffy.
I mean, you
The
don't shave enough?
The ladies aren't gruffy.
No, I mean,
Oh, because
Either is
we got a
Ian.
lot of stubble happening here on the show, so, you know.
he's a little gruffy.
He's not that gruff.
can't
He's pretty
see it,
clean
but he's-
shaven for a gruffer.
No, he's got it on the sides here.
Gruffified.
It's like a goatee gruff.
He doesn't look like a billy goat.
Nah, gruff means like aggressive or angry. Well, not kind of like a negative attitude.
No, just
No, gruff means to be like
rough around the edges.
Yeah.
So if you make a gruff comment,
Not polished.
not
Unpolished?
non-sparkly,
Rough
Some girls really like gruff guys.
Yeah, well, you wear your Mac jacket.
Gruffster.
You're automatically gruff if you're doing that.
but on the
the biker effect.
okay, but
Biker
on the
effect.
internet, if you call somebody gruff or he made a gruff comment, that's nothing to do with
It's a
stubble.
little rough.
Does it really?
That's all it is gruff is rough.
That sucks. That sucks as a word. That's a gruffy word. Man, I'm gonna gruff out on that word.
That's a newbie word, though.
Is it a newbie word?
Well, what's noob?
It's not.
Oh,
doing it.
noob. I like that one.
That's a new person.
My favorite was nubile, but okay, noob.
Wow, that's a whole different.
That's
don't
that's,
Google that word.
in the punk era. That was used a lot as a slang.
Don't Google that word on Google.
Why?
You don't want to know what you're finding.
Nubile.com.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah. Nubile.org. Net. Dot triple X.
Well, we can check and see if it's available.
Yeah.
All right.
Right next to Arctic Fox.
Ooh. I hope
Yep.
she's listening in on this show.
She may be.
By the way, we all took stock of you in Empire Avenue.
Absolutely. We're talking to Rain Coaster.
Oh,
We're
yes,
talking to you, baby.
yeah.
We're talking to you. How's
I
it?
bought her pre-IPO and I sent her a message and said, "Hey,
I'm thinking of selling her some
she's at
heating elements for up there.
going
It's
up.
really cold,
She's
man.
getting up there."
I know. She's going to be hopefully calling into the show and saying, "Man, oh man, I love the black beer."
Well, maybe she'll be able to call into the show once we get into this Mixler deal.
All right, let's talk about the Mixler deal.
So it's
Isn't that like Facebook or somebody?
it's this new high-quality audio broadcasting service that lets you, similar to Ustream for video or live stream or Justin TV, but strictly audio. So
Well, it's like a radio. It's like you get to have your own radio
yeah,
station.
a high-quality audio broadcast.
So how do they control people playing songs that they haven't paid for, pirating and stuff like that?
Well, I think that's user. The user is
Responsible
for that.
User error.
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't know that Justin Bieber wanted money for his song. Sorry, Justin.
Well, if it was Canadian content laws, you'd have to play it 3 times in an hour.
Oh, excellent. There you go. So there's a little scapegoat for
Yeah,
you.
but not only
Nice-
that,
nice
it
little
would have to
loophole
be
there.
produced and
Manufactured.
Is
yeah.
that true?
Oh yeah, Brian Adams is not Canadian content according to the CRTC.
I don't. No, I don't. I agree with that.
Well,
Huh?
who would want him to be?
No, I love Brian Adams. I'm just kidding. But really, he's not considered.
No,
Canadian
he's
content?
Aerosmith is considered Canadian content.
Well, we
This is
traded Aerosmith for Saskatchewan
because
from
they
the States.
recorded.
So,
They,
yeah,
I
they recorded.
That's fine.
They recorded their album in. This is a number of years ago. They recorded their album in Vancouver
Yeah.
at Rocky Mountain Studios, I believe it was. And they had a Canadian producer, but they're an American band, and they were considered Canadian content. But because Brian Adams, a Canadian, had recorded in the United States and had an American producer, the CRTC deemed him as non-Canadian.
So does that mean that Celine Dion doesn't qualify either?
Well, I don't.
Or Katie Lang.
Katie Lang is 100%.
What about Katie Lang?
Hey! Enough of that. Let's talk about somebody good. Jan Arden,
Hey, Katie's cool.
Lee Aaron, man.
Lee Aaron.
Hey, about Nickelback,
What?
if you
Yeah.
really want to bring in. How come nobody? I've heard all the every time I say Nickelback, everyone goes, "Ugh." Now, quite frankly, I don't know who they are, but
Well, this is how you remind me who they are.
Def Leppard should be given like an honorary Canadian status.
oh yeah, with a
It's
name
so
like
cool.
Dead Cat. I mean,
Deaf, not
Death
dead.
Leopard. You know,
Deaf.
same, close,
Yeah.
close.
I think that's Marley Matlin's cat, isn't it?
Yeah, Run Over Feline. No.
Oh, that was a bad one. I'm sorry.
So Facebook,
Back into the Punny Show.
Facebook has a deal with Skype to bring the phone to Facebook, and now looks like they're moving towards a deal with Netflix because the CEO of Netflix, Reed Hastings, has joined Facebook's board.
Well, they could have been moving toward this already because they've had full-length movies have been playing on Facebook.
Yeah.
They did Star Wars, I think.
And they had
also.
the preliminary fights for the UFC available on Facebook.
Yeah,
Andrew's a
streaming-
big fight fan.
Streaming video on Facebook is becoming quite popular with most.
So I think it's Facebook. They want everybody the internet to be Facebook. So if you could go there and get your Netflix movies and would upload to your big giant screen, you don't think it's going to
Well,
happen?
we've been talking about this, or they've been talking about this for a long time. It's called convergence of technologies, the internet and TV converging.
Yeah, but isn't that happening with Google TV?
Yeah, but where is it?
Yeah, who uses it?
No, well, that's true.
And Apple TV,
Apple
who's
TV.
got that too? It's only the diehard fanatics that have it, and it's
What
not.
about Optic TV though?
I don't.
Well, Optic TV has a Facebook app.
And they're used on Xbox 360.
I
so you
I
watch
just
TV through.
I've just got a hard
you can
drive
use
TV.
your Xbox 360 as a PVR. Yes.
And the recent news that YouTube is coming to Xbox Live,
Yep.
as well as their own cable.
Ooh la la.
And they already have Facebook on Xbox,
Hey, hang on. Cable as in
as in the provider.
that's Google, right?
No, it's Microsoft. Microsoft.
Well, that's interesting because Google's been buying up a bunch of domain names for Get Connected. It was like, here, let me check my notes here, but very interesting, I thought. That
Can't we all just get along and have television?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, pretty soon,
Ian showing his
will
age.
be the monitors, and it will have some sort of.
Well, everything's converging, but nobody can get it right. And Google was launching Google TV, and they kept pulling it back because they want to.
I think Google's going to create its own network.
There's always going to be competition, and there's always going to be changing in the marketplace.
Okay.
Whoever decides to go with.
Unless
so-
we get the metered internet.
So the past couple of
Then
weeks...
I'm moving to Sweden.
Well, yeah, great place to move to. So apparently for the past couple of weeks, Google's been buying up GetOnlineAlaska.com and another 30 or 40 states. They bought the domain names plus a bunch of .orgs around that, like a lot. So they're doing something with online. So maybe Google is just going to say, you know what? We're in the wireless business, or we're in the cable business, and you want to get your Google account. It probably won't be free, but it'll probably be pretty cost effective.
Well, I mean,
But doesn't that make them a monopoly?
no.
Yeah, because they're providing the bandwidth, they're providing the content, and they're providing all this stuff. It's too much in one thing.
Well, they do have a lawsuit right now with a French search provider that says that they've been
Good
blocking
segue.
30 of their sites, and Google is not allowing French people to find these sites.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff you can do in France because apparently it's illegal to say, if you're not, call Frank. What's their French name? Jean Noir. Hi, I'm Jean Noir from CNN France. Check me out on Facebook or check me out on Twitter. You're not allowed to do that. It's illegal because
so
it's
they
considered...
just passed a law in France recently
2 weeks ago.
that forbids a broadcaster from mentioning the name Twitter
Yep.
and Facebook unless it is topical news. So if Facebook is in the news, they can talk about it, but they're forbidden to say, check
What I
out our
just said.
Facebook page or follow us on Twitter for developing stories. And
Because...
they're citing that it's anti-competitive.
Yep. It's
the-
unfair advantage.
So anti-Napoleon?
But what the real reason is because Facebook and Twitter are American companies, and it's a protectionist.
I can understand that. They're pissed off because of what happened with Freedom Fries.
It represents.
Could have been.
I would be too. I think French fries are French fries, damn it.
Yeah, but you
Hey,
call
what
a
about
hot dog a
poutine?
hot dog, don't you?
We haven't brought up poutine for the whole show.
What do you call a hot
Oh,
dog?
poutine.
Poutine and bacon.
I call it
A hot dog.
Kielbasa.
You don't call it a Frankfurter. And after World War II,
Oh,
they rebranded
Frankfurter.
it. They rebranded the Frankfurter to hot dog after the Germans pissed off the Americans.
Frankfurters are so much
Sorry.
better than hot dogs, though.
Hey, since we're in a food mode, what is that great poutine place down on Davie? Remember we checked
Fritz's.
Fritz's. Unbelievable. They got like
Did you try House of
23
Poutine?
types of
I
poutine.
couldn't find House of Poutine.
Oh, my
I,
God.
It's on
I Twittered.
Dunsmuir and Homer.
I'm like down walking around looking for this poutine place that Andrew told me about.
And you were twittering?
I was like,
you
yo,
should have
at
used
pod-
that restaurant. Who's that restaurant? People,
I have
No,
a-
it's like
replied.
at Podcast Hero. I'm like, hey, you did. You replied 2 days too late.
All right.
So I went to Frenchie's, which is this
Ah.
awesome place right across from the church on Pender. No, not Pender. It's got to be one more over. Dunsmuir.
Dunsmuir and Homer.
Yeah. Oh man, they have a 12-ounce Montreal smoked meat
But
sandwich.
that's
Holy
12 ounce.
Jesus.
It's got well,
No, but
being close to churches, that's good.
That's
yeah, but
huge.
that
Place makes awesome poutine.
yeah, but that's where the House of Poutine is.
Really?
It's on Dunsmuir.
The House of
and Homer.
Poutine.
House of Poutine?
It's right there.
Wow.
It says right on the door of House of...
In fact,
It's probably the same place you're talking about.
Maybe, who knows?
I mean, it's so good that the Canadian Surgeon General has a warning sticker on it.
But I heard about this place in Yaletown called Fats, and apparently that's supposed to be really
Even fatter.
Well,
fatter.
Rain Coaster said that the Hamilton Grill.
Hamilton
Yeah.
Grill.
That's
great food.
Fat Deli.
supposed to be
Yeah.
amazing.
So why is it called a fat deli? Because the guy's fat, or because it
pretty
sells
hot
fat?
and tasty. PHAT.
Oh,
See, I was looking for
it's
fat.
an acronym.
Yeah, he owns
See,
a sports bar and a deli right next door. It's a good buddy of mine.
hey, well, you know what? We'll go visit him and we'll check. Does he have poutine?
Oh yeah, he's got the Montreal smoked meat right from Montreal.
Oh man, yeah, wow. I hope he
nice.
doesn't use the mail system. That's all I can say.
Well, they're back to work, I hear.
No, they fly that stuff in. They use FedEx.
I would
Yeah,
think
they're
so.
back to work. And
Overnight, for God's sake.
Let's give a shout out to Dunn's
Mirror?
Dunn's
Dunn's
Classic,
Chinese.
I guess is what it's called.
Dunn's Classic? Where
No.
are you coming from? What's this?
Dunn's. It's the original 1929
Poutine
Montreal
place?
place that's coming here to see.
Oh
more.
yeah, they're gonna open up one here, isn't there?
One
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
Vancouver.
Hey, well, we will put a
Poutine
link in the show notes because
Poutine
that is
Vancouver.
whoa for. Dunn's is the original deli buy our food and diet 53 place. It's awesome, awesome. I mean, if you want fat,
Since 1929 in Montreal. Oh, it's great, Bonnie. You'd love it. It's
Hey, so for
open
all you people that
24
listen to us
hours.
from other parts of the world, what the heck is poutine? Does anyone volunteer what poutine is?
It's a Frenchman's invention.
Yeah,
Well,
it's basically
no, it's not.
curd.
it's a francophone invention.
Okay, it's a French Canadian's Pepsi invention. Sorry.
It's a
Yeah.
francophone. I didn't have anything to do with records.
You won't
Let's
find
do
it
it
in
with
France.
cheese curd and gravy and
Yeah, but what is
coronary
cheese?
and heart
So what is
attack.
cheese curd? Cheese curd is you have the milk and they throw in a bunch of salt and stuff, and then it basically curdles and you get these little nobules, and that is curd. And then you scoop it out. You throw that on to some French fries with basically potato that have been deep fried in a fat. And then you
Beef
put
tallow,
in gravy.
yeah. More beef tallow, gravy.
And then you put in gravy, and gravy is basically dead animal fat and juices with some something like that. It's a thickener, some glucosey thing.
You don't even wanna know what that is.
Yeah, and it just makes it some viscous globules, and you put that on top of that, and then people eat it.
Yeah, and then you have the card on the outside of the thing for the heart surgeon.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on the side.
And, it says, and then usually the plates on when you eat all the way down, it's like, go see Joe Gibson, your favorite stint. And for stints are little things
This
for
will
opening up
shorten your
your
life,
totally
but it's
clogged up
worth
thing.
it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, go for it. So in Canada, that's what we do here for things that are life-threatening. We just give them disgusting descriptions or photographs like on cigarettes. And apparently the labels on cigarettes in Canada are so graphic and gnarly and scary that people
Gnarly.
from the United States buy the cartons because the images are bigger and they go down and use them for bragging rights. It's awesome. Reverse psychology.
It's actually really funny because when I was in Hawaii, Americans had actually asked me for my cigarette pack.
yeah, it's
Once
so
I was done, they're
gnarly.
like, "That's so freaking cool." Yo, can I have the dead baby?
yeah.
Or maybe the lungs?
Yeah, the lungs are awesome. I like the gums that are rotted
a
out.
collector's
awesome,
edition.
Awesome.
I think
So,
they
you know,
should be trading cards. Here's my shout out
sounds
to
like-
Export A. I
sounds
will
like they
work
are.
for your company to help redefine smoking's image.
The gamification
Yeah, exactly.
of
I
cigarette
will.
packages.
I will. Everyone's a trading card. Actually, Marble this is awesome. Actually, it's a bum a smoke app. So what
Nice.
you do is a person who doesn't smoke very often buys a virtual pack of cigarettes and say you have the application, either you or Bob,
and you can get it bum a smoke.
and you bum a real smoke for me. Well, you take that virtual smoke out of your pack and you drag it into my empty pack. Once I've gotten 20 of those,
Yeah.
I can go to the store and
And-
redeem that for a real pack of smokes.
Really?
Yeah,
As long as you're over 18.
in the States, yeah.
Yeah, in the
In the
States.
States, that'll work. Because,
Isn't that cool?
Because for gaming,
Not.
the highest court in the land has sided with the industry in
Damn straight.
the violence battle.
Damn straight.
Oh yeah, that was a huge win.
It
But
was
what about the
crazy.
cigarette battle? I mean, that's called a gamification of cigarette smoking. Awesome. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, violent video games in the Supreme Court. Finally, the bill got struck down. So, and now the other guy from Iowa or whoever it is,
Whining about it.
no, he's going to say it's going to back down. But now he's appealing it. So we'll see
Of
what
course.
happens.
Well, can you go higher than the Supreme Court?
God.
Yeah, Supreme Court +1. You Google it +1, and then it's okay. Yeah. All right. Oh.
So I showed this to Ian earlier, but it said for all those people wondering what Google Plus is like, it's basically everybody's on Google Plus talking about Google Plus. So you're not really missing much.
Hey, come on! I was listening to it, the announcement of Google Plus, and it sounds pretty exciting. They got 3 really cool things. They got Circles, which basically enables you to control. On Facebook, you say, I woke up this morning and I was having problems and then I had some fiber and I was okay. You don't want everybody to know that. Maybe your special friends. And so with Circles, you can say only this group of people, this circle of friends will get that message. And it's just a quick drop down. So it's the opposite of Facebook. And Facebook is like trying to sneak up through with the Google version of Facebook, because basically that's what they're trying to do, is like when you make a post, you have a drop down menu. It's like, you have a defined bunch of circles, and you say, oh, yeah, these 3 circles I'll send it out to. It's cool. Or zap this out to everybody. So that's really cool. But the one that really I thought was very, very, very cool was the basically the party room. And that's where you have a video interface. You can have up to 10 people. The neatest part is that I can instigate it, invite some friends over. It's basically like the way they define it is if you're sitting on your porch in your neighborhood and if somebody walks by in the neighborhood, they're kind of obligated to say, hey, Bob, how's it going? Or they're a jerk. That's how we look at it. Now, if I'm in my house and he knocks on my door and I'm in the middle of dinner, he says, hey, Bob, how's it going? I just want to say hi and leaves, then he's a jerk. So the way it works is if I'm on my porch, that gives them permission to say hi to me. So that's how they've structured on a social level. That's how it was explained. So I've got my video. I'm out on my porch, and I'm inviting anybody can come and chat with up to 10 people. Now, if I'd say, hey, I'm busy, I'm going to go, the whole conversation doesn't shut down. People can still invite other people into the conversation. It can keep going, and then I can join it later.
So isn't this what Hugh Hefner's using to pick up the next
No, man, I would love to get into one of his.
That was just a publicity scam anyways for her album.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was
all that was.
Yeah, so those 2 things. Plus, they've got a way for people to chat. Very, very nice chat interface. Plus the +1. So very interesting. So I said, oh, this sounds great. So I tried to log in. Sorry, you have to apply to get on the +1 prototype. And apparently they've been very sticky about it because it's still in major beta. I mean, Google is perpetually beta, but this is like beta. And yeah,
they want the influencers in on it.
Well, not only influencers, but they have 87 languages that they put it out to test the language capability. So this is a multi-language platform too. So very, very cool. What I find very interesting is this is Google ramping up to become competition for Facebook. And I think a lot of people that are a little disenfranchised with Facebook might pour it over. And you never know. You never know. It could get critical mass, dude. At like 2, 3, 4 million people, it could go.
That's what they said about. I don't know. I just don't see another great migration of people. Like I've been reading posts and people have been saying, if I can take all the data that I've had on Facebook for the last however many years I've been using it and then put that onto Google, sure, I'll move.
I bet you can do that. I bet you, because I can go onto Facebook.
Why would Facebook allow that?
No, I can go onto Facebook and do my whole history, and I get an HTML interface and stuff like that. That would be so easy for somebody to glom into and re-import.
Who knows?
That's like arguing Bing is the replacement for Google search. I mean, give me a break, man.
Well, no, Bing is
on.
Microsoft.
Come on.
Please. I mean, it's like
on
double
Xbox
hobbled.
Live, it works.
Oh, yeah?
Bing,
Now they actually have vocal recognition.
Oh, yeah?
Bing searches.
So
Bing-
they have Bing Crosby on there?
but you have to say Xbox, Bing, and
Okay.
then search term.
no, Bing works okay for a search engine, but
It's good.
their maps
Bad.
ridiculous.
But
It's MapQuest bad.
But I hear
Ridiculous.
Bill Gates really likes it.
Google is.
Yeah, well, there's an
is,
Italian version coming out.
he's
Bada boom,
retired.
bada
He
bing.
can like whatever he wants.
But I
They're trying
like
to get the copyright
I
from
like
Mafia.
the idea of circles, but I just don't.
Hey, but look at we're early adopters. We're kind of on the edge, surfing the wave
I
of
didn't catch
social
the
reality.
wave. I didn't get the buzz.
Google.
I don't
Well,
know if I
you're
get
an
the
anomaly.
Google has a lot of strikeouts, but they do have a lot of home runs too.
Yeah, I know.
So will
well,
this one
wave.
be a
Oh
home
my
run?
god.
It could be a Gmail thing, like
Yeah,
that
it could
sounds
catch it. Who
interesting.
knows?
Gmail
Who
or
knows?
Google Voice in the U.S.
The thing with
anyway.
Google, Google can indefinitely be getting strikeouts until they get another home run.
Yeah, but can't they just buy Facebook? I mean, wouldn't that just make sense?
Well, they can't because
lot of money.
Facebook has not gone to market. And I think being Facebook,
It's
do we
valued
go to
at-
market is like, well, we're coming in at $80 billion. Goes,
They're
okay, we'll
coming to
take it.
It's
take
a
it
little
all.
more than that.
Well, okay, well, 100 billion?
Probably about like 80 billion.
80 billion?
80 billion.
And what's Google worth?
More than that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so
you have
they
to Google it to find
Definitely.
out.
very,
than that.
very easily go to the World Bank and say, hey, we need to loan a small country here.
It's funny that when
Chile
they
we were thinking
started
of.
that and they were trying to think of the name for it. They just liked that name Google because it meant a crap ton of zeros.
Is that what that means? A crap ton of zeros? Google?
A Googleplex.
Oh, a
is
Googleplex.
100 zeros.
Well,
But it
yeah,
also kind of means look, right?
To look, I guess. Yeah.
I think
look.
that's the goggle,
that's,
isn't it?
that's
Google.
ogle. To
Ogle.
To ogle
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Yeah,
Ogle.
oogly, ogly, googly.
Okay.
To make
Googly.
googly eyes at somebody.
Oh,
means-
googly. Mhm,
Googly.
You're perving out.
All right, so I've been talking
No,
about.
googly eyes is like a love thing.
Is it? Well, unless if you know the girl. If you don't know the girl, then you're perving out. Hey, baby. Do you like my googly eyes? Who's that creep with the googly eyes? I don't know, but let's look him up on the computer.
So I've been
Oh,
talking
with my
about.
facial recognition, it's Bob Garlic.
I've been talking about joining Empire Avenue for a while now. Remember?
Who? What?
So I'm on there. So check
Oh,
it
yeah. Hey, how's your stock doing,
I bought your
dude?
out.
stock
Not bad. Not bad.
100 chairs.
Avenue. Wow.
It's starting to go
wow.
because I can afford it.
Yeah.
I got
She
so
did buy my
many
stock. I saw that.
many. It's crazy.
Yeah. I got some BS stock too.
Thank you.
Oh,
And I've got some Twisted Magic stock.
I got some Bunker Live.
yeah. I got only like $9.05.
I got some
I'm
Bob
doing
Garlic
nothing
stock,
with
too.
Bunking Live. I'm just like, Sid, what happens if you do nothing with one stock and see how many people you can get to buy?
Is there a Carnet stock?
No.
No, you could probably buy Ian just from his Twitter
IPO.
account.
We could buy IPO
Yeah.
Carnet.
I've got some Satomi.
Anyway, so go on over to Twisted Magic on Empire Avenue. Go to Bob Garlic. Go to BS and Podcast Hero.
Yeah, Bonnie Sainsbury.
Yes.
BS. Don't
I wanted that.
buy a
one.
bit of BS.
And Carnet has some pretty cool YouTube videos, so he'll probably score high once he joins too.
Oh, yeah, I think you do okay.
Yeah,
You can buy Twisted Magic, but be known it's a very volatile stock.
goes up and down.
Down and up and
Depends on
down.
his mood.
Oh, and here's our special bartenderess coming in to fill us up with yet again more bevies.
We missed you.
Oh, yeah. You were well missed. Except,
We had a bartender for a
actually, the girls didn't miss
The
you
first
because we
show.
had a hunky bartender
No, we got the
earlier
bartender.
on the previous show.
I've
Hey,
got,
I'll
it's
have
funny
one.
that you mentioned the Google. They're calling it Google Plus One. A lot of people.
Yeah.
They're not calling it Google Plus.
Mm.
That's what it was called when it was announced, Google Plus. Because a lot of my Twitter people are saying anyone with any Google Plus One invites, I'm ready to jump from Facebook. So maybe you're correct, Bob.
I want one big time. So what's interesting is
It is called Plus One though.
No, it's just
Yeah,
Google
I know.
Plus.
No,
But-
but the
the,
actual
the like button is plus
Yeah, it's
one.
plus
yeah,
one.
the like button is plus one.
No, it's not like
So are they upsizing it though?
see. Okay, so here's very
Yes.
see what's happened because Facebook
Until
introduced the
somebody comes
like
out with the
button.
video.
Everybody says I like that. So it's like Google Plus One. It's I like that, and they say no, don't use that term. Liking that is Facebook's brand. So Google Plus One, and I think Google lost that. Like Plus One, what's that? It's too engineering, man.
It makes
Should
me
be
think
thumbs
of
up
like,
or something.
Yeah, it should be something more.
Or cool dude, or
That's the bunker. That's the bunker dude.
Cool, dude.
but
or
it makes me-
Oh,
Dudovich.
Why don't they just do a California version?
Yeah, exactly. Just for
Stuff.
Or gnarly.
gnarly.
The gnarly button.
Yeah, bring gnarly back. That's a good idea.
Yeah, gnarly's cool.
Choice. How about choice?
Nah, it's just too no.
Choice, man. That was 80s.
So as far as I think what the edge that Google has is that they can collaborate or that they can integrate with other products, with Google Apps, with
Oh,
so
God,
once you
yeah.
start putting Google Docs and Gmail chat, then suddenly Facebook is for kids because truly
like Twix.
you add apps onto it, but it natively it sort of doesn't do much of anything except be Facebook.
Yeah, but
So-
I think with Google, what they're doing is, they developed the Android platform. They're doing all this innovative stuff, but it's really to protect their search market because the search market is their bread and butter. and the world is going mobile, so they had to move into that space. So they developed this open source platform so that they can
Search the
protect
data.
their market.
Right.
And so everything they're doing is to protect their market. And if with the +1 button, it gives them more metrics for search. And I think that's what they're doing.
And it's true.
Competing with Facebook, sure, okay, but even if they don't, they're still going to benefit from what they're doing because they're really developing their
Well,
search.
you can't search status updates on Facebook. So maybe that's the big deal with Google, Plus is
Well,
to be able to search status updates.
Actually, one of the major issues with Facebook and Twitter is that all your comments and content and stuff is very finite. It's like,
Yep.
1-2 days, maybe a week max, and then it's history. It doesn't exist anymore. It's gone.
That long?
Yeah, well, exactly, that long. So a lot of people don't understand. It's like they're creating all this content, but you can't repost it. Or you could, but it's a pain in the butt. So it's much better to have a Facebook account, make comments on a WordPress account, and then zap out to Twitter and zap out to Facebook, and then it's in your controlled environment. And that's
Exactly.
the biggest failing of that is there's no longevity. So if you're like, Auntie Joe puts out a picture of you that's really great, 6 months later you can't go back and say, oh, where's that picture? You can't search for it. You'll never find it. So it's a very in the moment type
it's
of thing.
basically trying to grab people's attention, people who are
Right
looking
now.
right now and paying attention.
And in the long run, people are just like, well, where's that shot? They can never find it.
There's value to that, but there's no long tail.
Are you part of Facebook Mail, Bonnie?
No.
No. So it's just like Gmail, but it's your name at Facebook.com.
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, I mean,
I added you.
how
Andy
many
McGivern at
email
I gave
accounts
both
do you
of
need?
guys.
Did you?
Yeah.
15.
Cool.
I know. Back in the day, one email account was enough.
That
Now
was
there's all these
before
free
spam.
service. I got like 37 or 47 emails, and I
not
every
that
now and
many.
again I will check them out, and there's functionality to
there's
that,
that
but
$1
there's
million offer I could have had if I only had 2 emails.
yeah, or not 47. Damn, I missed it. I should have checked it last year.
Why would you have all these emails?
Well, okay, the way I use email is I'm doing a special project or a special offer, something like that. I will create an email to track that.
The
So
real
instead of
reason
using a
is
tracking
he's got
number,
he's
it's all
suffering
marketing.
from multiple personality disorder. And
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
every,
true.
No,
For every
Bob just likes
personality-
emails. He
I
just
have-
wants lots of emails.
Yeah, I got
Forever.
27 personalities.
You can have it, so that's why.
Yeah, as soon as I found out that I could automate all this and have as many emails as I like, and it would just search. I mean, you can do this with a Gmail account. Have your master Gmail account and have all these other Gmails go through that Gmail account.
Or you can have one email account and just apply labels.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do that.
You
with
could
your
do that.
Mac, your Mac stuff.
but that's so old hat. You go into a bar and say, I have one email account where you can say, I've got 37. Ooh. No, it's not flying. It's not fishing.
For each-
Okay,
one for
next
each- one for each
subject. Next
girlfriend.
subject. Let's just skate right over
One
that
for
very
each
embarrassing moment for Bobby King. All right. Hey, you know
One
there's
for each
47
child.
million WordPress sites out there? 47 million WordPress sites. But the ironic
Good
thing
thing the
is...
Hat Maven's not here to hear that.
Yeah, I know. He'd be like, wow, why did I leave on the first show? But really, the problem is that out of those 47, many, more than 5, are very, very old versions of WordPress. And the reason WordPress gets updated all the time is for security reasons. So there's lots and lots of websites out there that are WordPress-based that are totally vulnerable. And I don't know what's with people. And maybe WordPress is so easy. You make a WordPress website and then you forget about it and it just sits there forever. Because if you're hosting and you've got an ongoing hosting, it doesn't cost you anything, really.
No, it's free on WordPress.com.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have really the problem when you have WordPress and you choose a template very early, and the template developer don't develop more. So then it's a problem if you just renew the new WordPress version.
Your
template is
template's not
totally
compatible
blowed.
anymore. Yeah.
Well, not even, or your template's totally fine, but all your plugins don't work.
That-
Yeah.
Or if you pick a free template just off some random site that's not actually on the WordPress site, and it's full of malware and
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. So the best bet is to
Use the
if
WordPress
you want to use a WordPress approved theme, or you buy a premium theme, and with one of the major frameworks that are out there. We're
And they're
talking
not
about-
expensive, like what, $40, $15, $20, $60?
They range. The Thesis theme is, I think it's $75.
Yeah, but can't you do custom CSS for like $10?
I don't think $10, but probably $30-$40.
Well, the theme I use for Podcast Hero is the Elegant framework, and it's $40, and you get access to all their themes.
Okay, there is another way of doing it.
And I have an affiliate link over at podcasthero.com.
All right. So there's another way of doing it. You can go in there, find a template that you like, fill in a bunch of plugins and stuff that you like, and then send that over to developer and say, hey, this is what I want my webpage to do, my WordPress, code it for me. And then they just goes, okay, and then they just code it, and then you got to go to maybe time the update to make sure it works. But usually if you've got custom code that's clean, oh my gosh, I just finished a beer and boom, here's another one. This woman is magic. She is magic.
Awesome.
Not only is she gorgeous, she has great timing with beer. I mean, can't get much better than that.
Don't worry, this will be gone by the time you get
Oh my goodness.
So I would like to
10 beers to
put a plug in for
a plug-in, yeah, excellent.
for our
nice.
No, I would like
digression.
to put a plug or make a
promotion?
point for premium themes for WordPress. I feel really strongly about this, that you go for a something like Genesis or Thesis or one of the or Elegant.
Yep.
I haven't used that one, but
There's a number of
but there's a
frameworks out
number
there.
of them, and
There's the standard theme too.
right.
Yep.
But the point
I own
is-
that one. But the point is that these developers stay up to date with the latest
Yeah.
WordPress release, so that if there's, and there lots of times is a security release, you can wait 2 days, because I'm old school. You always wait 2 days. Make sure the world doesn't come to an end. And then you can just go through and update all your sites. And you can do that in about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be sure that because it's standard and because it's from one of these premium companies, that it's not going to break everything in sight. So once in a while, yeah, you get caught by a plugin, but truly, when you choose a plugin, you look for the number of stars.
Yeah.
very
This
true.
is not rocket science.
Yeah.
If it has got 2 stars, do not install it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
You're just asking for trouble.
And don't install a ton of plugins either, just the ones that are essential to what you want to do.
Right, and know who the plugin authors are. I mean, that's not rocket science. It's just a matter of taking some time. If you do things in a standard way, and back up.
There's another theme I like too.
Well, sorry to jump in right here. I think another strategy is to look at how many downloads, because it'll show you. Is it like 12,000 downloads, 13,000 downloads?
Yeah,
and everybody, and they're getting $40
if there was
download.
one download and it's got 5 stars, then
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
not happening.
developer himself.
Right. So, but it's more that, this developer is making his
That's like
living.
apps.
Yeah. His developer is making his living. Same with apps, making his living doing that. So he gets up in the morning with his jammies, has a beer, relaxes, a bit of cornflakes, and he gets down there and says, "Oh, I got up to this code, go," because he knows he's getting money coming in and he can support himself. So he's got lots of time to be doing the code. Now, if it's a one-shot deal, the guy's like, "Hey, I'm starving. I got to go work at McDonald's. I'm a little unmotivated. The hell with the people I'm not making any money with that." They're not motivated. So yeah, Bonnie, 100%. You support the coders, because those are the guys that are actually providing the service.
Yeah,
And it takes a lot of effort to keep a theme up to date. So if you're in one of the major frameworks, then you're safe. The other one I like, and I've used it for quite a few sites, is Der Prince, and it's actually a German company. It's a guy in Germany.
Can you spell that for us? Dirt, as in D-I-R-T?
DER Prince, PRINZ.
Der Prince.
Der
Der
Prince. Der Prince.
Der Prince.
Der Prince. Can we have a proper
it's
translation?
Like a Brantford magazine.
The Prince.
We need a proper. Can you just use? Can you? What's it called? Can you speak it for us?
Russian to English.
So if you go to if you go to the site, it's actually
No, she's refusing. Our German maven is shaking her head. Get away from me, Bob.
it's in English and in German.
I'm not belittling.
Anyways,
Really?
they're not bad, and I'm moving more towards elegant themes and standard and and maybe thesis. I haven't actually got into thesis yet, but yeah,
Thesis is so yesterday, Bonnie says.
yeah.
Bonnie, why would thesis be so yesterday?
Because the themes look the same. Like they almost always look kind
Like it?
of. You can tell right away that it's a thesis theme.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, this person's got thesis theme.
Yep.
They're so boring. I'm not going to
Yeah.
subscribe to them. Or?
I mean, there's some people that can be really creative if you're really good at web design and
do you feel
CSS and
Podcast
everything.
Answer Man is a thesis?
Oh, totally thesis.
You think so?
Everything he does. Is
Yeah, I know,
thesis.
but does he do a good job with it? Kind of,
I think he does a
okay
good
job.
enough job for what he wants to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it still looks just like a thesis theme.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. He should have. If anybody should have a custom coding done, he should have custom
I
coding.
can't remember the name of one of his clients is a couple nuns that
Are
came
they
up.
So
flying
want
nuns?
to have a couple nuns as
They-
my clients.
They
Are they
I mean, that would
flying
be
nuns?
so
They-
cool. Can you
they're
imagine
doing
like,
a podcast, a Catholic podcast, and
okay.
and their site
That's different.
is a thesis theme, but the way that they've built it, it looks
It's very
awesome.
cool.
And I wish I could remember. I'll try and find it for the show notes.
They're not the flying nuns, are they?
I'll put it in
The
show
high
notes.
nuns?
No,
The high five
And,
nuns
Touched by an angel.
I'm not sure. No. Hey, don't make fun.
of the nuns.
I saw a license plate earlier. It said sinner, so I think I'm going to hell.
What?
You're thinking?
Exactly. Look at it. You're sitting in this
Ba-dum-bum.
podcast. That's it. Your history.
Anyway,
Yes.
But I only went to the bunker project a couple of times.
We're
I've gotta
going
go
off
to
topic
con-
because our German maven, her
I've
eyes
gotta
are
go to con-
glazing
I've
over.
gotta go to
What the
confession
hell are these
after
guys
every
talking
episode.
about? The crazy Canadians.
all
That's
right.
my German accent. Is that
So
any
yeah,
good?
so
No?
the message
Not
is
bad. It's actually my
get a premium theme, and if the
Yeah.
Hat Maven was here, he'd say, "Forget it, just pay him."
pay him
set
to
it
do
off
the
at
same
a
thing
big
exactly
site,
on Joomla. It's
Or
interesting.
Drupal.
Actually, I was talking to a
PHP.
developer earlier today, and I said, "Hey, check out my sites, and what would it cost to just upgrade my this and that on WordPress?" And his response was, "Why are you into WordPress? Why don't you get into Joomla?" And it's like, dude, don't be messing with me. I know. I don't care. Don't Joomla me. Either you do WordPress coding or you don't. Don't push another system on me. I don't care about Joomla. Now, there you go. What the hell is Joomla?
say
Ian
that in the
says.
mic.
What the hell is Joomla?
All right.
You should have said that last episode.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he writes.
yeah, the Hat Maven
he's
is a, no. I mean, Joomla is very
he's a
cool. It's
CMS
nothing.
guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's nothing wrong with
He
Joomla.
does more than just Joomla.
He does some pretty good sites.
Does Joomla
He-
very well.
He's been doing it for over 20 years, so I assume he's very fluent in a lot.
Yeah, but it's not.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he does
yeah.
is not for the average person. It's for people who want to like a high end. It's for a corporation. that
He's a
wants, like-
CMS. He's
Yeah,
a content
exactly.
management system. He
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
makes you a full-fledged website that's going to do the job that you ask him to do.
Exactly.
And
That's-
make sure you understand what you want it to do before you talk to him.
Well-
it's going to cost you money.
That's exactly right. 99.999% of people that ask for a website have no idea what's supposed
In
to
other
do.
I'd
words,
like some flashy graphics and this thing that comes in here and then this
It's
menu
really
to come over
cool,
here and then this, but I only want to pay $14.
Well, not even that. Even if they have $5,000 or $10,000, then the guy will say, so what's your content? What's your structure? What's your what's your sales team?"
In other
doing?"
words,
It's
the
like,
bunker
"What?
project
This sounds
can't
like too much
afford 'em.
work."
No, I think
Yeah.
you
We
might
gotta
make a
stick with
special
WordPress.
exception, but
Or Wix.
we love Wix, so
yeah.
Hey, let's talk about Wix for a bit because Wix has been kicking butt lately.
And
Big time.
And somebody who said
Whose butt got kicked big time? Bonnie.
Bonnie, who said that
You converted over to
She
Wix.
said, "Why would I use Wix?"
But just for the Facebook side of things, right?
Yes.
So how long did it take you to create like a 2-page Facebook landing?
pages.
4 pages?
4 pages, 45 minutes. I actually learned how to use it and put the site.
Wow.
Put it
So
up.
you didn't use a template or anything?
I did. Yeah, I used
Yeah,
it. Yeah, because that's what you do.
Yeah,
I took
grab a template and customize it.
But you
Yep.
matched it to the style of their actual website.
I did indeed, and it was a website that a WordPress site that I had created, so I knew where everything was,
Yeah, had
and
all
I
the
knew how
elements
it was designed. So that's why it only took me 45 minutes.
Well, you see, you have the
Hilarious, 'cause
content
that's
already
how long it took Bob to make the bunker project. Basically.
because they had the content.
Yeah.
It's all about know the message, have the content. Once you've got the content, go to Wix. Boom, 45 minutes. You're laughing. Ha ha.
Yeah, I know.
And it looks great and it works.
Absolutely. And I love the help.
And
It
I've
was
got
there. It was easy.
and I'm wearing the shirt.
Hey, and by
So-
the way, Wix is our sponsor, so we're not biased.
There you
I'm
go.
not just a customer. I'm also an owner.
Yeah, exactly. If I could afford, I'd buy Wix, but I can't.
I
so
would
the hell
too.
with it.
So I'm not any of those things. I
Only
just love
$10.
it. So there you go.
Yeah, it's now you were so
it
impressed that
shoots into
you're
Freebirds.
willing to pay for a premium just
I
to
am.
get the Wix, and it's a little tiny logo.
Yeah. Well, and no, there are a couple of extra things.
You get the
that
.com, your
yeah.
own domain. There's
Yeah.
a whole bunch of things
and,
you
it,
get.
and it's not going to break the
the
bank.
freemium,
Oh.
the freemium model, and their most expensive
One client will pay for it for years.
plan is like nothing.
Yeah, it's
It's
no,
like
I love it.
It's peanuts. One affiliate commission, and you pays for
There we
itself.
go.
I was talking to Eric about okay, this is nuts. You're giving it away, and he said, no. Now we got like 10 million people that use Wix. That's a big number, and if only 5 or
I think there's more than
10,000. Well, okay, if only 5 or 10,000 or 20,000 people use and pay for a premium, it pays for everybody else. So it's a classic example of the freemium model. You have massive amounts of people in your downline, and then a small percentage want to get a little bit more. And as you go on and improve and keep on improving, because they're already HTML5, that's mind-blowing. And boom, more people adapt, mobile adapt. It's just a great little profit
Yeah.
engine. Beautiful.
And it's so easy, even on the website
totally
side of
WYSIWYG.
it, like the full website side of it. It's. I was blown away by how easy it is to make an image with a rounded edge. You just slide it over and just fit it into this round edge shape,
and you get a
and
round
there
edge.
it is. You've got a rounded edge, and it's all like what you see is what you get. So it's great.
And the templates were good, so you didn't have to.
So Tommy's laughing at me like
No, she's
visually
snorting
moving my
Coke.
hands.
Oh, she's crying. Oh,
It was easy to
What
find
did you
it.
say she was doing?
It was easy to find.
Why
a
are you crying, Satomi?
I'm trying to get page 2. I can't get I can't do it.
What, 2 pages?
Well, I'm doing my story part. With if you got your
Your page.
your menu,
Your landing page. Your menu. Okay.
and so I can't get everything in the first page, but I can't get page 2. But I'm going to ask Eric tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and that meetup's been moved up
Why
by
would,
an hour.
you don't want a long page.
Yeah, it's at 7:00.
You want a whatever yeah, I mean there's two philosophies. There's the long page, which is usually a sales page, buy me 15 links, which basically take you to the same place, or there's an information brochure style or interactive website, and what is designed on the 17-inch monitor, and you land whatever you see on the monitor, that's the page. And nothing's below the page. What would be like copyright and links and extra stuff that you don't really scroll down. So maybe you're scrolling down a centimeter in your down bar, and then you go deeper into the. So there's that style, and then the sales style is like usually on landing page. It's like, oh, I've got an amazing product here, blah blah blah. Check it out, and here's this more stuff. And you go down like 3 meters. And then you find, okay, I'll check out the product, and you click one of those links. That's all they're
Does
there
it
to
scroll
do.
down? You can scroll down. You can make that page as long as you want.
Yeah, but you don't need to do that. You don't want to be doing that. No, not for what you're doing.
Well, you can't. How do you get this more information?
You could create a new page.
Yeah,
Create
so
another-
I can't create that.
Yeah, there's a button that says create new page. Yeah.
No, then I create a new menu instead. It always goes to a new menu.
That's okay.
Well, that's what that is. The way Wix works is it understands how the structure of the website works. You just don't understand about how a structure works. So basically what it's saying is like, oh, do you want to make another page? First thing we have to do is make a menu. Because you have to tell the website that what is the name that's your next page is going to be called. So, and you do that, and then boom, suddenly you have another page. And you have an infinite amount of pages you can do for free. It's amazing. But anyways, call Eric. He'll talk literally 2-3 minutes. Boom, you'll have it up. You say, "Oh my, that was so easy."
You won't believe how easy
It is
was.
so easy, and that's what's confusing about a lot of this stuff. Is it is that easy? What you see is what you get. WYSIWYG. It's brilliant.
Awesome.
Anyways, so what else we got? You got Facebook
Facebook
comment ads. Yeah, what is
Oh yeah.
with that?
What do you think of this? Facebook is experimenting with a new type of ad that invites users to comment on a question posed by an advertiser. So would you, as a user of Facebook, if you saw an ad on the side with a question, would you actually interact with that ad? Personally, I don't think I would.
Well, I'd say answer this question and win an iPad.
Oh, yeah, definitely then. Just kidding.
Hang on for a second. Try that one again, Bonnie.
Win an Android.
Yeah, win it. Win
You
a
already
pad.
have an Android.
Win a Ferrari. It's all about the bribe. All about the bribe.
So how do you like your
it's
Android?
That's why you get people to interface.
I do.
Yeah?
I'm still happy.
It's the same one?
It's the same one.
Cool. And you got it working the way you wanted it to?
For the most part, yeah, like 95%. That's
Yep.
close enough
It's all
for
about
me.
the bribe.
No, normally, truly, I don't think I would interact with anything, because what's the difference between that and a banner ad and a popover and any of those other things that try to
It's the
draw
same thing.
you in? So
I can tell you. I can tell you.
Okay, Ian. Well, what is it,
I'm
Ian?
open to that.
The big problem that most people run into when they do a landing page, they do an automated machine, they do anything like that, is basically what they do is they figure, okay, well, I'll just give them a tidbit. I'll just give them a little bit. I'll give them something. I'll lead them down the garden path. What you want to do is give them your best stuff. You want to give them as much value as you can. You want to do everything. So anything you thought of, all the information you have, give everyone everything for free.
Yeah, it's very true, Ian, because I know you have some very interesting clients, and one of the things that a lot of my clients have is they don't get that the more you give, the more people need you. It's kind of say, hey, you want to learn about landing page? Here's a 15-page dossier on it with no graphics. It's like hundreds and hundreds of words explaining absolutely everything. And the more you give them, the more they realize, like, holy cow, this is really hard to do. Holy cow, I can't even read this document. It's gobbledygook. Look at these acronyms. Oh, I need Ian to do this for me. Ian, how much does it cost? That is how you sell stuff using stuff like you said.
Well,
Boom, here you go. Go do it yourself. It's 100%. You need some, call me up. I'll tell you how to do it for free. Don't worry about it. And they don't have time to actually execute because they're too busy running their business.
I'll give you an idea of how I found my web designer. I'm on social media. I've been very active on social media for a while. I do it daily, religiously, now for multiple accounts. And I just found this guy on social media. He just kept sending me this stuff about web designs. SEO, this is how you do it step by step. Web designs, this is how you do it step by step. And this was like, basically a couple times a week. He'd send me this stuff. Really relevant.
For how long? Like 6 months he was doing
For
this?
a while. And then basically I said, well, I've been trying to get a web design, but everyone I go to, they want $5,000. And I went to like 4 different designers, like, yeah, $5,000. And for some reason, they were all in communication in the sky or something with this $5,000 number. So I called this guy up and I said, okay, how much? He goes, $660. I said, okay, done. How do I pay you? I didn't meet the guy, and you can ask Bob this. I didn't meet this web designer until he'd done my second site. That's how good the guy is. And not only has he done my site, he's done a site for my realtor. He's going to do a site for another friend of mine. He's doing a site for the new business that I'm doing. And he's just very good at what he does. But the key with him was, and it may not be in the form of a bribe, it may just be that he cared about me. He said, okay, listen, I want clients, but I want them to have so much information that they're never going to do it. I mean, for example, in the business I'm in now, we know that the people that are clients, they're not going to do it. People aren't going to learn how to buy a vehicle, unfortunately. But they will read the information. They'll go, okay, I don't know how to do this. How can you help me?
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
what you
it's
want
the
them
same
to do.
formula. You basically tell them how it's done.
Bonnie and I were
Yeah,
at a seminar by Scott Patton a while ago. And he said the exact same thing, give everything away for free. And when they buy your product and they get the same thing organized in a different way or in a better way, or if they go to your seminar and they get the experience, they're still going to be happy. Now,
yeah, because they have a relationship. They trust you.
What do you think of that?
No, I absolutely agree. And that's the big boys have been doing that for a long time.
Yep.
Infusionsoft is one that is absolutely a master at that. If you're in their webinar email
I get them.
loop, amazing. What's another? Marketing professor, another one.
Yeah, I love that one too.
That is just amazing, the information that you can get. So these are people that have been doing that well. And I think what the web designer did well was, multiple points of contact, probably by email. And so you open the door with social media as lead gen, but then your conversion is something else. It's email or it's something else. So one ad on Facebook, even telling me something, you may not even get my attention, and I might know the brand. If I don't know the brand, there's a pretty good chance that I'm just going to glaze over it.
Absolutely.
So,
But the key there isn't even the ad on Facebook. It isn't even the bribe. It's developing a capture system where you can direct that person, that lead, that interested party. Now, you're going to have to build a relationship with that person, and you're obviously going to have to develop some sort of free content, and it should have a massive amount of value. And what I mean by a massive amount of value is value that people would just be like, whoa, this is free?
Yeah.
What do I get if I pay?
Exactly.
right.
Well, I mean,
So
if-
the freemium model.
If you look at Bob's stuff that he's posting on Twitter, I mean, that's got to be half of the people on Twitter that follow him is because they're like, wow, he's putting out all this good content. And he doesn't really expect anything in return other than maybe, hey, listen to my podcasts and check me out.
Well, a lot of the things that people get, the value I think that my blog brings is it's funky, cool, interesting stuff that people can retweet about. So it enables them to continue to retweet. And
Yeah.
I'll just let you on a little secret.
Why don't you give
I
the
bodified
URL?
it.
Give the URL to the
it's
blog.
what is it? Bob Garlic? No, it's garlicdesign.com. That's what that one's called. I have so the problem with WordPress is you can have so many sites you can't even remember. But anyways, this was called WordPress. Bob, Garlic Design, GRLICK design.com.
Garlicdesigns.com. I'll put it in the show notes. So you
Yeah.
can
Okay. But anyways, the thing about it is I haven't done a fresh post for 4 months.
Wow.
And it's still because I'm burnt out. I just don't want to do it. I'm in a burnout stage right now, which happens to everybody. I don't care about the content right now. When I get over that, I'll start doing stuff. So it's still got like 380 posts, but because the posts are kind of unique and it's got cool headlines, and okay, I'm a sophisticated marketer, so now what I'm doing, so it the stuff that I generated or was interested in a year and a half ago is still relevant. Now, sometimes I'll get tweets that say, Bob, it's a little out of date. I checked out your post, and this is like from last year. What gives? But for people that like the 10 great tweeting tips, if they're just getting into Twitter, those tips from a year ago are still relevant today. So it's relevant data that has longevity.
Well, as you may or may not be aware, I mean, Bob obviously is very active, and there's actually some very active people who obviously teach social media here in Vancouver. And, I've been to a number of different seminars over a period of time, and what I find, even when I go to speaking engagements, the vast majority of stuff is still true. That foundation that they teach you how to build is still true. Now, why do these same teachers have people going over and over and over again to these events? Is these people aren't doing anything. They're just listening.
Yep.
So what you have to remember is at the end of the day, that person who wants a website, that person who wants marketing, that person who wants a product, whatever it may be, most of them just aren't going to do it. But if you give them that ability to listen, eventually they're going to pay for it because they see the value in it. You got to show the value first. Historically, you just, you did a lot of advertising, and that was great, and people bought stuff. Today, it's not about that anymore. You have to show people what you can do first and then close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree. Demonstration.
I totally agree. Again, I went to see Gary Vaynerchuk at the Art of Marketing
Awesome,
like
eh?
a couple of weeks ago.
That guy's got a foul mouth. We
And-
could never get him on this show.
No, but he's brilliant. If you could get him here, that would be awesome.
Well, tell you what, we may be able to get him on if we phone him, because he would. If I phone him up, I bet he'd do something for 5-10 minutes.
But here's the thing.
Especially if I say wine.
He talked about this one customer that he had, and he said that I bought wine from you, and I'm trying to remember the story properly. But he said that the guy didn't really, it wasn't either he didn't like the wine or something else. But Gary Vaynerchuk used Twitter to track him down and find out what that guy was all about and send him some sort of hockey jersey or football jersey or something
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
probably a football
He gave a bleep. And that guy said, I used to buy wine from all these other places. I'm only going to go with you for this time on.
Sure.
If you show people you care, you show them you're into it, you're going to definitely succeed.
And that is what the Bunker Show is all about. We care, we love you, and if you don't call us, we hate you. Just
Call
kidding.
us.
That's just kidding.
And
Hey,
the number
hope
to
you're
call
enjoying
us
this.
is
Oh, yeah.
at
What is that number?
1-877-636-1474.
And here's a big shout out. If you call us I might even call because it sounds like a good prize. We will come up with some outrageous prize. I can't think of it right now because I've had 7 beers.
All right, we will come out with a prize if you call
You
us
can
and
play
leave a
Xbox with
voicemail
us.
feedback.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, yeah.
We will come up with a prize.
You could just call us and say, is this working?
The best person to leave feedback gets a prize, and even if you're the only person that leaves feedback, you get a prize.
Exactly. Might not be a great prize, but, what the hell.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah, in a weird type of way. Anyways, au revoir.
Awesome.
Very social, yes.